Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. On today's episode, we are playing Marvel Champions, and we're going to continue our Rise of the Red Skull campaign playthrough with Spider-Man, Peter Parker Spider-Man, that is. So we're going to start with the Absorbing Man scenario today. So let's read the rule book here as we get set up. So as the dust settles at Project Pegasus, give up Crossbones, game over. You fools, I never wanted the tech. I just needed to give Madam Hydra time to make off with the stone. And now I'm here to cover her escape. So that was Absorbing Man saying that. So the tide of battle turned against Hydra after you arrived to aid the beleaguered S.H.I.E.L.D. soldiers at Project Pegasus. Crossbones has been captured and his army has been defeated, but Madam Hydra escaped the facility with an Infinity Gem. You chase her outside, but you are stopped short by the imposing form of Absorbing Man. The formidable villain has been hired by Red Skull to delay your pursuit. You will have to defeat him before you can recover the Infinity Gem. So we are all set up and ready to go here. Special note is that we do have the Adrenal Stims upgrade available to us. It's a setup card, so we get it right off the hop. Kind of a break in case of emergency kind of thing. So we'll see if we need it. Hopefully not, and we can save it for a future scenario in the campaign, but we'll see how that goes. So the None Shall Pass main scheme states that we have to discard cards from the encounter deck until a scenario card is discarded this way, and that will be put into play right away. Okay, so we got a Rocky Outcrop, which will give Absorbing Man the Stone trait, as well as if we have an undefended attack against us, he'll heal a damage. So now let's flip this over. None Shall Pass is the main scheme. We have to put delay counters on here at the beginning of each villain phase. And there's only the one main scheme here, and it starts with 2+1 threat on it. So it starts with 3 threat. And I think that's all we need to do to get set up here. So let's get our opening hand and see what is in store. So we got Aunt May, For Justice, an Energy, Enhanced Spider Sense, Power of Justice, and Mockingbird. Okay, I think I want to keep Mockingbird. I think I'm going to pitch Aunt May. I do have this card available if I get really low on health and I get worried. I'm going to pitch Enhanced Spider Sense, and I can remove 3 threat from a scheme using this card. So you know what? I can get rid of the 3 threat on the main scheme. So why don't we keep these 3? Let's deal ourselves... Oh, and Mockingbird. Ooh, I gotta... Yeah, you know what? This is fine. So I'll get 2 more cards. There's a Concussive Blow and Black Cat. Very interesting. Okay, so theoretically I could get 2 allies on the board right away. Okay, we'll have to think about that. Okay, so we are ready to go, actually. So why don't we... I could confuse an enemy, and if I pay for it with a fight resource, which I don't really have. So you know what? Okay, so I'm going to use Concussive Blast and the Scientist free resource to put Black Cat into play. Now, when she enters play, I have to discard 2 cards, and any mental resource cards discarded this way, I add them to my hand. So I'm getting a Swinging Web Kick into my hand now, which is kind of cool. Free card. Not going to disagree with that. Okay, let's flip over to the Spider-Man side. And what should we do here? Now, we could do a Swinging Web Kick, which would be handy. We could use his Power of Justice with the For Justice to get rid of all 3 threat off the main scheme, which is good, but there is a high threat threshold for the main scheme as well, so maybe I don't want to do that. If I spent these 2 for Mockingbird, I'd only have these other 2 cards in hand. Should I do that, though? Because that's going to stun him and prevent him from attacking. Ooh, choices. Oh, but the Swinging Web Kick. Ooh, that's so tempting. Oh, what to do? I can do a Swinging Web Kick. You know what? I think I really ought to. It's such a good card. And yeah, you know what? This makes the most sense. Why don't I do it this way? So I'm going to spend the Energy and Mockingbird to play the Swinging Web Kick. And I'm going to do 8 damage to Mr. Absorbing Man over there. So he's going to go down to 6 hit points. I'm going to spend the Power of Justice to pay for the 4 Justice card, which will allow me to take off 3 threat from a scheme. So I'll take all 3 threat off of the main scheme. Now my hand is empty, so why don't I attack and attack? So that's going to do 3 damage. That will take him down to 3 hit points, and that will be everything I can do on my turn. So now let's ready things up, and let's draw our 5 cards to replace them. So we got a 4 Justice, an Under Surveillance, another Under Surveillance, an Energy, Genius, and the Avengers Mansion. Okay. So let's see what we end up doing here. Okay, so starting in the villain phase, a threat is going to come down on the main scheme and a delay counter. Absorbing Man is going to attack. Now, I could choose to keep it as an undefended attack, which would mean that he'll heal a damage. And you know what? I think I'm going to do that. I'd rather do that than exhaust Spider-Man and have him unavailable to either attack or thwart. So he's going to attack. Now he initiates an attack against Spider-Man, so I get to use his Spider Sense to draw a card. So there's an interrogation room that I'll have available to me. So he's going to attack for a base of 2 plus 1. So he's doing 3 damage to Spidey. So 1, 2, and 3, down to 6 hit points. And he heals. He heals 1 hit point because of his Rocky Outcrop. Now an encounter card is going to come down, and it is a Treachery, Piercing Thorns. When revealed, discard 1 card at random from your hand. If he has the Wood trait, which he does not, discard 1 card you control. So he does not have Wood, but I have to discard 1 card at random from my hand. So let's see what we end up losing here. Let's take this guy, and it is, the Genius card. Okay. All right. So that completes the villain phase. Now we are into the hero phase. And what should we do? Now, I kind of think that I'm just going to put Avengers Mansion into play. So I'm going to use all 4 of these cards as resources. I don't really see the benefit in putting the Under Surveillance, just because there is a very high threshold there. And boy, oh boy, I hope I don't get even close to that threshold in this game. Now, what should I do? I should attack and attack. So I'll do 3 hit points worth of damage down to 1 hit point. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip over to Spidey's side. And I'm going to exhaust Avengers Mansion to draw a card. And I hope it's a cost of 1 card, because I could use his Scientist ability. Oh, it is. Oh, interesting. And it's, okay, well, that makes it quite obvious what I should do. So I'm going to use the Scientist ability to pay for this First Aid card, which will allow me to heal 2 damage from any character. So I'm going to heal up to 2, up to 8 out of 9 hit points. That's not too bad. And now that is everything I can do. So now we're going to ready up and draw my hand size limit of 6 cards. So now we got Daredevil, a Swinging Web Kick, Enhanced Spidey Sense, another Swinging Web Kick, an Endurance, and another First Aid. Okay, interesting. Now the Enhanced Spidey Sense, I should keep this in mind, because when a Treachery card is revealed from the encounter deck, cancel its when revealed effects. So I'm going to keep that in mind because that could be very useful here. Okay, so now the villain phase is going to begin. A threat comes down the main scheme plus a delay counter. So now Absorbing Man is going to scheme for a base of 1 plus 1. So 2 more threat comes down on the main scheme. So let's just do it like that. So there's 4 threat on the main scheme. Now an encounter card is going to be dealt, and it is a Omnimorph Duplication Treachery. When revealed, if Absorbing Man has the Stone trait, give him 1 face-down boost card. I could use my Enhanced Spidey Sense to cancel this 1 revealed effect. But you know what? I'm not gonna. I'm going to give him one face down boost card. So this is going to be a boost card that he will use the next time he either attacks or schemes. So, but I'm gonna ride this one out. I'm gonna see how it goes. So, okay. So now we are into the hero phase once more. What I can do is I can use the scientist. Oh, you know what? I'll exhaust Avengers Mansion to draw a card. That's the Power of Justice. Okay. So I'm going to put Daredevil into play, and I'm going to pay for him with the Power of Justice, the Scientist free resource, and this Enhanced Spider Sense card. So that gives me all the resources I need to put him into play. So these can go on my discard pile. I don't need to recover, so let's flip over to Spidey. And what should we do? He's only got 1 hit point left. So why don't we attack with Black Cat? So she's going to do 1 hit point worth of damage. So he'll go down to 0. So this is going to complete phase 1 of Absorbing Man. Now, Absorbing Man stage 2 has 15 hit points. So let's put that on the board. And he gains the trait of each environment in play. There's no change there, but when revealed, if Super Absorbing Power is in play, deal 1 encounter card to each player. Well, it's not. So otherwise, search the encounter card discard pile and the encounter deck. So let's see. It's not in the discard pile, so let's go digging for it here. Now, that would be interesting if it's that card, because then we wouldn't be able to satisfy this requirement here. So we kind of get away with it. Super Absorbing Power, of course. Super Absorbing Power, and reveal it, and then shuffle. Okay, so Super Absorbing Power side scheme is coming into play. This means that Absorbing Man gains the Ice, Metal, Stone, and Wood traits all at once. Oh boy. I just realized if this Omnimorph duplication came down, all 4 of those bad things would happen. Ooh, that would not be good. Okay. And I'm going to bet that there's more than one of those Omnimorph duplication cards in the deck. So let's wait and see what kind of fun shenanigans happen because of that. Okay, so this starts with 3 threat on it. There's no icons for doing other further bad stuff, so that's okay. Okay, so now we can continue our hero phase, and I think what I should do is swing and web kick. I'm going to spend all 3 of these cards, which includes my other swinging web kick, which is not my favorite thing to do, but that's okay. I still get away with doing 8 damage to Absorbing Man. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He's down to 7 hit points. So that's a good hit. Now I can attack for another 2. So down to 5 hit points. 1, 2, 5. Now I could attack with Daredevil, or I could thwart with him, which would deal a damage. He does 2 thwart. I think I'm just going to kind of go all out and attack for 2. 1 and 2. So Daredevil will take a damage for having attacked. And now that is everything I can do. So let's ready up our cards and see what type of shenanigans are going to occur here. So let's deal ourselves 5 cards. There's a backflip, 4 justice, counterintelligence, a helicarrier, and a heroic intuition card. Okay, he's only got 3 hit points left in stage 2, so we've almost got him in the bag, but we'll see what kind of bad stuff happens here on this villain phase. So starting with the villain phase, we put a threat on the main scheme plus a delay counter. So there's 3 delay counters on there now. Absorbing Man is going to attack, and he's going to heal a damage if it's undefended. But you know what? I'm just going to take it as an undefended attack. So he's going to do 2. Ooh, I do have the boost card as well, though. Ooh. I'm I'm going to defend with Black Cat maybe, because I'm just thinking if I get really unlucky here, theoretically this could knock me out, which I don't want that to happen, obviously. So let's defend with Black Cat. So he's going to attack against Spider-Man. Now, he's still attacking against Spider-Man. She's jumping in the way, but my Spider Sense kicks in, and I get to draw a card as a resource. So that was a Spider Tracer. So now she's going to take the attack. So he's doing 2 plus 3 plus 4. And if he has a stone or wood trait, which he does, you are stunned. But the attack is targeting, well, Black Cat is defending the attack. So I guess technically she gets stunned, but it's too much of an attack for her to take, so she gets knocked out anyways. But that does resolve that attack. So now an encounter card should get dealt, and it is caught off guard. When revealed, discard an upgrade or support you control. Well, sorry, Avengers Mansion, you are going into my discard. Actually, discard an upgrade or support you control. Now, I don't think I'm going to end up using this. Discard this card and remove it from as my hero action. Maybe I'll just do this. I'll discard this card because I'm going to save it for the next turn. And maybe Avengers Mansion will allow me to do some cool stuff yet. We'll see. But it might be completely worthless for me to go through that exercise because I think I have enough here that I can just take them out. So, okay. But that does complete the villain phase. You know what? Yeah, there is only one logical thing for me left to do, which is attack for 2. Daredevil takes damage. Oh no, it was a defended attack. So he goes down to 1. Spider-Man attacks for 1, or 2 rather, and down to 0. Boom. Absorbing Man. Done. So he is knocked out. So that's scenario number 2. So now let's read the instructions here where it says, after we get a victory, record the number of delay counters on the main scheme. So that's going to be 3. So we will keep that in mind for the future scenario where that comes in. And now each player may choose one of the basic condition upgrades in the campaign set and attach it to their identity and add it to their deck in the campaign log. So this is one of the basic attack or basic condition upgrades. So these are the 4 cards that we can choose from. Now I did take a peek at these already, and I think I'm going to take this one, which is the basic attack upgrade, which will allow me to have an extra hit point and 1 extra attack. So Spidey is doing a lot of attacks. That will definitely come in handy. So this gets added to my deck. It's going to come in. And not to forget, I still have the Adrenal Stims available to me for a future scenario as well. So, okay, well, I'm happy with that. Scenario number 2 is in the bag. We are marching forward. I believe Taskmaster is next on the hit list. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, tune in. Stay tuned for that episode coming soon. And thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll catch you guys next time. Cheers.